Send it through, playboy. Check. Send it through, playboy. Oh, I'm live? I ain't even know I went live yet. What the fuck? Hold up. I was not supposed to be live yet. What up? Mic check. What up? I was not supposed to be live yet. Alright. We sounding crystal clear. Let's get it. Spencer Pauly in the building. What it do? My boy Spider in the building. Let's go. Folks is pulling in. Let me get my faculties in order. Actually, I was supposed to send myself some of these topics to talk about. Cause there's a lot of them, yo. It's a lot. I'm gonna be in my Twitter, my likes. I got a lot of stuff in there. And then we got I gotta email myself some of this stuff too. But what up, y'all? It's crazy day today. Listen, first and foremost, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy J Main. Of course, back checking in with the people. Back with another live stream. This is Tuesday. I told y'all Tuesdays, I got the free afternoon, the free evening. I could do stuff like this. And what a perfect day to go live. And the Xbox leaks is happening. I mean, to be honest, the leaks started happening around like what? This had to be about like almost 1 in the morning. I started seeing stuff on the timeline, and I was trying to go to bed. I was trying to get some sleep, and the shit just started happening. I'm like, bro, I gotta go to bed. But I was like, I know in the morning when I wake up, this shit gonna be crazy when the rest of the world wakes up and sees what's happening on the timeline. But yeah, these Xbox leaks. So the FTC case, which is over now. There's been a lot of documents and exhibits that apparently Microsoft has uploaded. And that shit, they must have forgot to redact the information. That's what it's looking like to me. They forgot to redact the information, and all of that shit is public. I think they said it was like, what, 37 terabytes of information? I don't know who got all of that and is going through all of it, but as we go throughout the day, it's been more and more stuff. So we're going to get into it, though. We're going to talk about not everything, but the stuff that I found interesting, at least so far. Okay. All right, so let me send this shit out. Share, mail, send this to myself. So this is pretty much the main topic right there. We got in the chat though. Sir Dre in the building. What up? Xbox exposed. Gian the Don. What it do? J Leaks. FO 214 said lit. Spencer Pauly said those leaks Xbox exclusives. Oh yeah, they got. So there's this mad shit, man. This mad shit. Xbox inspired by Jeff Keighley's security. Yo, facts. That's facts. Steve Jobs warned us years ago. What you mean by Steve Jobs warned us years ago? What you mean by that, Sir Dre? Oh, and shout out to Sir Dre. He the real Dre. He the real Dre till further notice. He definitely called me out on my bullshit on the last live stream when I was talking about the 60 FPS games on the PlayStation 5 running like shit. I definitely misspoke on that. It's the majority of the PS5 games in performance mode definitely run well, especially the first party games. But there are some cases where the performance mode's third party mainly, and then whatever you want to consider the Final Fantasy, I guess that's third party as well. But those definitely, a couple of those definitely ran like shit. Star Wars, Final Fantasy. Even the I don't know, it might be better, and I haven't played it in a minute, but what was that other one that was running like garbage? I can't think of it right now, but yeah. Sir Dream claimed the title and it's uncontested. Facts. That is a fact. All right, so I sent myself the email. We about to get into it. Even more, like just a few hours ago, it came out that I think they said Microsoft said that But if this all this shit don't pay off with Game Pass on the console side, they're gonna be out of gaming by 2027. I was like, yo, what the fuck? These dudes is crazy. All right, so first things first, this is not really a part of the leak, but I think it kind of is. I feel like this was one of the first few things that leaked yesterday, but we didn't know that it was a part of the grand scheme of things that was to come later on that night. But we learned that Elder Scrolls 6, pretty much based on the documents, will be skipping PlayStation 5, and it isn't coming to at least 2026, according to the documents from the Microsoft versus FTC case. Now, this right here shouldn't be news to nobody. Like, Microsoft bought Bethesda for a reason, and that is exclusives. If you were still in denial, I think Starfield should have let you know everything that you needed to know in terms of how Microsoft was planning to handle these exclusives. Phil Spencer gonna get up there, he gonna talk his talk, but you ain't spending $7 billion to keep these games everywhere that they already are. Not Bethesda games. I could see a little bit with the Activision Blizzard and the Call of Duties, but even that, I feel like they're gonna play nice for a little bit and then flip the switch when nobody looking really. You know what I'm saying? When it's real quiet. But when it comes to this Bethesda stuff, they kind of been talking about that from the jump because there wasn't a lot of pushback about the Bethesda acquisition. So they kind of been like, oh, it's going to be a case-by-case basis. Yeah, shit like Starfield, shit like Fallout 5, shit like the next Doom, shit like Elder Scrolls 6, all that, you going to need an Xbox, you going to need a PC, or a Samsung TV, you going to need one of them OLED TVs to stream it, or your phone. That's your best bet on playing these games. So if you are a fan of Bethesda games and you don't have a way to play Xbox, get you a way to play Xbox because it's not coming to PlayStation. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to do it. Because what this does is it gives people a reason to buy the console, which is what we've been saying for a while. However you feel about Starfield, the game has got people to buy an Xbox. It don't even matter if it wasn't in droves or not. It don't matter. People went out, and if they wanted to play Starfield, they had to have a platform that Xbox was on, whether it was the console, whether they did the PC thing, whether they streamed it, whatever they did. They bought into the ecosystem, and that's what they need people to do when it comes to them picking up these developers and these publishers and delivering these games. Because why else would you do it? Why else would you do it? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know like that news kind of leaked out, but I felt like that was something we should have already known was going to be the case when it came to Elder Scrolls 6. Now, first things first though about Elder Scrolls 6, I don't want to hear a fucking thing about Elder Scrolls 6 until they're ready to show gameplay. Like, that game got announced in what was that, 2019, 2020? Hold on, let me confirm that real quick. And they the crazy thing is they announced that shit 5 years ago. That game got announced. 5 years ago they announced Elder Scrolls 6, 2018. Holy shit! And I feel like they only announced this because that showcase that they was announcing mad like live service. They had the there was like Elder Scrolls Online stuff. They were talking about Fallout 76. Like, it was all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Fernando in the building said Tears of the Kingdom. What happened with Tears of the Kingdom? Mega 3000 was good. So, yeah, man, that shit it's crazy. So, yeah, the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to skip the PlayStation 5, something we should already have been privy to or should have had expected. No other reason to think otherwise. Now, let's get into the big shit. Let's get into what we really here for, where the crazy leak started coming out about this Xbox leak with the FTC court case documents and all types of wild shit. All types of wild shit that doesn't happen today. Shit is still coming. Like, Paul, shit is still coming out at this point. for this leak. So I'm gonna pull up the tweet. This was the first thing that I saw when it came to this FTC leak with the Xbox and all of that. So hopefully y'all can see that on Twitter. I'm gonna try and make it. I don't know if I can make it any bigger. I can make each individual picture bigger. So look at the time. Look at the time too on the tweet. 12:47 a.m. 12:47 a.m. Oh, Tears of the Kingdom. Oh yeah, Tears of the Kingdom was definitely a game that ran bad, for sure. So 12:47 a.m. This was the Xbox Series X refresh mid-gen info leak thanks to the FTC documents. Xbox Series X refresh digital only, 2 terabytes. Target launch is October 2024 with a new Xbox controller that has gyro. So if we're looking at each of these slides, you can see this is the design of the new Xbox Series X. Now, there's been a lot of like conversation about the whole mid-gen refresh, the whole pro consoles. And a lot of people, or Phil Spencer has kind of been saying he don't see a reason for Xbox to even do one or have a need or a want for Xbox to do one. And you know what? I got to thinking about this because we've been seeing some numbers come out lately about how the Series S has been the most sold, or at times it is the most sold Xbox Series console, right? So you got to think about it from this perspective. I know the Xbox Series X, had like chip shortages and that kind of messed with the stock a little bit. But you got to think about it from this perspective. If people would rather spend the $300 and buy the Series S and they ain't even touching the $500 Series X for the majority, why the fuck would Microsoft go ahead and build a pro Xbox Series X when niggas ain't even buying the strongest console on the market? Why would they even dabble into that field when they can't even sell the quote unquote world's most powerful console already? People ain't even fucking with that Series X like that over the Series S. So it from a business side, it makes sense why they would do something like this over a pro console. They can't even move the Series X already. So what they gonna do? Refine it. Make it look a little bit more sexy, in their opinion. This shit look like a router to me. Add some new technology to it. Nothing too crazy, but, something that you can give it a nice little coat of paint. Make it sound a little bit nice. The X cylinder. That's funny as hell, retro. The X cylinder. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, they are codenaming this the Brooklyn. The most powerful Xbox ever. Now adorably all digital. Oh, so are they abandoning that most powerful console shit? They abandoned that shit. That shit ain't been working out for them too good. Brooklyn will deliver 4K Gen 9 console gaming with more internal storage, faster Wi-Fi, reduced power, and more immersive controller, and a beautiful redesign that elevates the all-digital experience of the Xbox ecosystem. So yeah, it definitely looks like the Series X, but it's like when you see a cake being made and it comes out like in that circle and then they like start to shave it down. Like that's what this started looking like. Like the Series X rectangle tower was the cake and now they like started to shave down the edges to make it, I guess you can call this the Series X Slim, right? This is the Series X Slim. Giving our fans more to love. Beautiful and innovative new design, more internal storage for games, 2 terabytes, USB-C front port with power delivery, all new immersive controller, same great price, $499. If this is coming out next year, I don't know how well that $499 price is going to do when we still looking at a system that is the same power-wise as the original Xbox Series X that came out at this point 4 years prior. It looks like a D battery. What up, Cat Daddy Lex? That's a fact. All right, so it says updated technologies. All new South Bridge to modernize I/O and sustainability efforts. Wi-Fi 6 for better throughput, latency, and interference mitigation. Bluetooth 5.2 radio for improved accessory experiences. 6nm die shrink for improved efficiency. Improved sustainability story. Reduces PSU power by 15%. New low power standby mode is 20% of the current Xbox Series S standby mode. Oh, okay, I see. So it's the low power mode is even less it consumes less than the Series S, which is already a low consumption device. And increased use of PCR and housing to below 30%, 100% recyclable packaging. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, Fernando, that's a good point. That's a good point, Fernando. Maybe they will drop the price of the disc Series X so that, that's more attractive at least. But for this, like the average consumer looking at this is not, I don't think they're going to feel incentivized to upgrade. Like, what would you, if you had the Series X, would you upgrade to this from your Series, or if you had the Series X OG, would you upgrade to the Series X Slim for what they're offering here? I don't see myself doing something like that. Because one, you're losing a disk drive, which some people, hold near and dear to them. I know the majority of people, don't like care about the disk part, but still the option being there, you're losing that option. Sure, you get 1 extra terabyte, Wi-Fi 6, okay, Bluetooth. That's cool stuff. That's cool stuff. But I just don't feel like that's enough, especially when you're still charging that $500 for it. That ain't it. Hopefully they just like, maybe this was just early ideas of it, and they gonna come back around and be like, oh yeah, it's actually stronger than the Series X. But for them to do all of this and have all of these type of exhibits, I don't know. I'm not getting no faith that this is going to be a stronger device. It's just going to be a more refined one. But like I said before, I don't see them doing a stronger one because they can't even get the current strongest console to sell. So I don't know. All right, next slide, because I think this is the most interesting part of the new Xbox Series X Slim design, or the refresh that's happening, is the new controller. So, excuse me, let me take a drink. You think they should market this as some sort of slim model? Absolutely. Absolutely market it as the Slim. I don't know what they're going to call it. Xbox Series X Slim or Xbox Series. I don't know what they're going to name it. But they should definitely try and market that as a slim model. And just, like a refresh. Not a refresh. I don't even think they should say mid-gen because I just think the connotation behind mid-gen, I think people are expecting maybe like, if it's a slim, yes, market it as a slim. But if you're not gonna market it as a slim and you're just gonna call it a refresh, you might be okay with that. You might be okay. Captain Sidekick, what up? So I think this is the most interesting part of the the new refresh is the controller refresh, and you're gonna see that Xbox is clearly finally catching up to the DualSense controller. So this controller has Xbox Wireless 2, direct to cloud, Bluetooth 5.2. So I'm wondering what that is. I think the way I was hearing how this is described is it'll be able to automatically connect to whatever device that you are currently using without having it I guess do some specific pairing for each device. Because once you turn it on, it'll just connect to whatever device that you're on. Seamless pair and switch. New mobile app features. See paired device and cloud. Manage devices and accessories. Captain Sidekick, y'all late. Y'all all late, actually. When I first got here, it was like 7 motherfuckers in here. I think y'all was expecting me to be late, which is why y'all late. What else they got in here? Precision haptic feedback. So that's what I think the Nintendo Switch has this, and the Joy-Cons, and then the PS5 has it in the DualSense. They got VCA haptics, which double as a speaker, accelerometer, quieter buttons, and thumbsticks. I don't know why for so long the Xbox controller has been the loudest controller ever. Why is this controller so loud? Like these buttons, this analog stick, like when it hits the gate, like this shit is so loud. So to hear that is actually quieter on the buttons and thumbsticks actually gets me a little bit excited. I ain't even gonna lie. Do good, feel good. So rechargeable and swappable battery. They're finally joining the party, I guess, with the rechargeable battery pack up in there. Recycled material and less resin repair and disassembly. Durable and reliable. New modular thumbsticks. Improved longevity. Continue build improvements. Engage and delight. Lift to wake. So I think, Sir Dre, this is what you was talking about. The controller has a lift to wake feature, so you ain't got to press the button to turn the controller on. So I'm guessing similar to like your phone when you have it, you haven't been using it for a while to go into sleep mode, and then when you pick it up, it'll automatically turn back on. So that is a cool feature. I do like that, and I think more controllers could definitely could utilize that feature. Same ergonomics, same layout, and activation forces. Special editions, limited editions, and XDL options are expected. And I'm guessing XDL is the Xbox Design Lab. And we're going to get into that too. Okay, this chart right here, it looks like the Xbox Series X, the new one, is going to be able to be customized in the Xbox Design Lab. I don't know if y'all can see my mouse cursor right here. Actually, let me see. Let me make sure my mouse cursor is active. Nope, I don't even think y'all can see it. Hold up 1 second. Okay, y'all should be able to see it now. Okay, so yeah, right here, the Xbox Series X and XDL, you're going to be able to customize the console in the Design Lab. So that's definitely a cool feature. And will that add to the price, or is that going to be what makes it $499? Another interesting factor, because I know them customized, turn on your redirect feature in my settings. Redirect. Shout out to the Iron Lords podcast. I thought I had that feature on. Hold on, let me check real quick. Redirect. Setting community redirect. All right, I'm gonna go check that right now. Settings community. Oh, okay. Bet. I just did it. Shout out to y'all. I didn't even know I had that feature off. Shout out to the Iron Lords podcast. Shout out to the boys. Listen, the Iron Lords podcast, the boys over there doing their thing. I'm gonna need one of them NZXT computers though, you know what I mean? Hook a brother up for the price of on the house. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Don't be a Negro, be my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a Negro, be my nigga. Help a brother out. For real. Shout out to them boys, man. They doing their thing. So, yeah, what are we feeling? How are we thinking about this new Xbox Series X mid-gen refresh? I personally wanted to see them do a more powerful console because I want both sides to do it. I want Xbox to do it. I want PlayStation to do it. And I feel like each side would be a little bit more inclined to do it if the other side was doing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like Xbox would want PlayStation to get a mid-gen refresh out there and widen the gap when it comes to that power conversation. Because I feel like this generation, they made a distinct effort to make sure that they had the most powerful console on paper out there on the market and the cheapest console out there on the market. The only problem is they made them in two different boxes. This is definitely a jiggy do-rag. And in fact, it's a little crazy because it's green. And so the green screen effect is kind of taking place on top of it. So now if PlayStation comes out with the PS5 Pro, and of course it's supposed to be stronger than whatever came out in 2020, but the optics is gonna look kind of crazy because Digital Foundry is gonna do the comparisons. It's not even a matter of if it's right or not. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and I feel like they did such a good job trying to avoid the comparisons being like it was with the PS4 and the Xbox One generation. But when you look at it from a business side, I can understand why they're not doing it. I can understand when the Series S is damn near your most powerful, most sold console, and the digital factor of it all. How we feeling about the digital factor? I personally believe that that's about to be my quote, my tagline. I personally believe that when it comes to next generation, Xbox, what would we call it? Xbox Series 2 or PlayStation 6, I think those consoles are going to launch with diskless versions as the main options. I think this is the last generation where we see disc drives in the main editions of the consoles. What I think is going to end up happening is they'll sell external, they'll sell a detachable, they'll sell something along the lines that you can buy that's separate if you do plan on playing your games with the disc. But I think the writing is all on the wall. Spencer, you say you're worried about the digital aspect of things, but the writing is there. The writing is there. We got continuous reports on how digital software is outselling physical. The ease of getting digital software is a click of a button today. You can preload it now, so the shit is already ready for you to play by the time it goes live at midnight. You ain't got to either wait till the next day to pick it up. You ain't got to go to a midnight release. It's right there for you. What else? It's cheaper for the manufacturers. They don't have to worry about manufacturing in bulk consoles with disk drives. They don't have to worry about that. So in terms of the physical stuff, I think they want to get as far away as possible away from it because I think they make more money in the long run. They can control the price market too, even better. They can control the price market. Physical games, like I was looking at Cyberpunk 2077 because I had bought that on PC at the time when it first came out, but I was thinking about getting a version for PlayStation 5 because I don't like playing games on my PC at this point. It's so disappointing. I need one of them Iron Lord PCs. It's so disappointing though because when I play on PC, I want to max everything out. I want everything to be 4K. I want things to be max settings and shit like that. So while I continue to build that, I'll just play on the consoles. Cool. I went to go look at to pick up a copy of Cyberpunk 2077 at the store, physical. The shit like $20, if that. Shit was like $20 max. I went on the PlayStation store. They charging like $40, $50 for the game. Damn near double the price. So when it comes to being able to control the market, they clearly want to push everybody towards the digital platform. With the subscription services, with the prices. And PlayStation already do some shit where you can't even buy digital games from anywhere but the PlayStation Store. You can't get no digital cards, nothing like that. You have to buy, if you're going to buy a game specifically, it has to be from the store. And they don't got no gifting feature over there on PlayStation. I know Xbox got that. The downside is the store prices, for sure. The second consoles go all digital, I'm done with consoles. I'm already on PC mainly and for third party, so I'm fine move over fully. That was from Ja Tender. Listen, Ja, I'm gonna call you Ja. Ja, listen. I feel you on that, but are you willing to wait? Because not all the games are on PC day one. Are you willing to wait for the PlayStation games to get on PC when they do? Once they day and date, I'm done with consoles too. Once they day and date, I'm done. But are you willing to wait? If you're willing to wait, cool. You ain't gonna hear no complaints from me. I personally can't wait. Bless Red, what it do? Appreciate y'all pulling up. We got 37 people in there. Why don't y'all hit the like button for a brother? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Bless Red said waiting ain't nothing but a thing. Bless Red is going full PC gamer, y'all. Only PC gamers can wait. That's a fact. The thing I'm jealous. You forgot Ragnarok even dropped. You crazy as hell. I'm thinking about running that game back. I've been itching to play that game again. What I was about to say, damn, fucking lost my. Oh, I was gonna say the one thing I do respect and love about the PC community is that y'all don't have to worry about the casual market. Y'all ain't gotta worry about the casual market, man. When it comes to this console shit, we could raise our voices, we could scream and shout to the high heavens, but sometimes they may listen. A lot of times they don't give a fuck because the casual market is just gonna buy it regardless if they want it. They ain't on social media. They ain't in the forums. They not on the the websites. They not over there in the comment sections on YouTube. They don't really care. So when it comes to shit like paying to play online, like a lot of that shit, we didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice. All you have to do is survive 2 weeks of FOMO, and these Sony one and dones go quiet again on the timeline. John said, I just picked up Yakuza 7 on PlayStation 5 physical for $15 today. I don't mind being behind. I have loads of games to play. All right. If that's your prerogative, then I can't argue with that. I'm just letting you know that ain't me. Oh, no, it's Alex in the chat. What up, dog? Wait, is that the real Alex? I can't even tell. I never made him a mod because he never fucking came to my channel before. Hold on. Let me see if this is really him. I can go to his channel. Oh yeah, that's him. I seen a majority PlayStation fanboy bashing videos. That's definitely his channel. That's definitely his channel. Undercover bot right there. Alex is an undercover bot, man. Don't let him fool y'all. So yeah, we are going to listen. I think that kind of wraps it up when it comes to this new mid-gen refresh console that they got going on. Oh, wait, did they talk about? Okay, so here's a little bit of a timeline we got here. Ellenwood. So I think Ellenwood 1 terabyte. This is supposed to be the Series S is getting like a mid-gen refresh too, which is crazy because they just came out with another Series S. But I think with that one, they only changed the color of it and then increased the storage. And so with this new refresh Series S, you're kind of going to get the same, the new wireless tech, the Bluetooth 5.2, the Wi-Fi 6 technology within the Series S. And they calling that Project Elwood, codename Elwood. There's a lot of fake accounts. Yo, Alex, you be going to war on Twitter, yo. You be going to war. I don't know how you get, I don't know if you like what you do for your job, but dog, you be going to war, and when I go to war on Twitter like that, like he be doing sometimes, I don't get no work done at work. I'm telling you right now, I don't get shit done. It's a wrap. For real. They should have released that and got rid of the Series S. Yeah. I think low key, this might be Microsoft making up for where I think they fucked up in the beginning by having the Series S to begin with. Like, the Series X should have been a digital version and a disc version, like PlayStation did, and then even with the controller, like they could have did a way better job with the controller at launch. They didn't really add no new features besides like what, a share button. That was it. But now it looks like they're getting into the haptics. They're getting into more tech, lift to wake and shit like that. That's some cool stuff. So haptics that double as speakers. Oh, Black Bond in the chat. All you need is a folder of memes. Yeah, a lot of your responses do just be a meme one and done. Going to war on Twitter during work is some social degenerate shit, man. Shit, call it what it is. I get my job done though. At the end of the day, I'll get it done. I'll get it done. All right. Getting paid to tweet. All right, what we got next? What else came from these leaks? Let's see. Oh, okay, Bethesda. So there was a huge timeline of things that had came out of future and current Bethesda releases that we can get into real quick and talk about. Yo, I wish I could get them engagement checks. I don't do enough attention seeking. Like my tweets, I think my tweets be like just borderline. Some of them might get like 100,000 views or a couple 100,000 views, but if I really turned it up a little bit, turned it up a notch, I could get it. Most of the time when I do those, like when I do a tweet that I know is going to be controversial, even though I'm just spitting my truths, I just mute it. Like I'll just mute it right away because I don't care for the notifications. Like just mute that shit And then I'll go back to it later on in the day and respond to like some of the sensible people. But 9 times out of 10, I'm muting that shit. All right, so here we go. 90% of your tweets. Yeah, when you got that many people responding to your tweet, like I personally hate notifications. So I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear the thing going off. Like I turn all that shit off. So like, not a lot of times all my tweets, they just get muted. I'll go back to later though. All right, so this was like a little release schedule that kind of came out, and I'm not 100% sure what timeline, what consists of Microsoft's fiscal years or Bethesda's fiscal years, but as we can see from fiscal year 2020, they had Doom Eternal, then the DLC, Elder Scrolls Online, Greymoor, I think that's an expansion, Fallout Wastelanders, not sure what that is, and Deathloop, and then Fallout Shelter Online, free to play, and Project Whirlwind. So if we go down the list, we could see some of these games have come out already. Some of them haven't. We got a lot of project names that I don't know what they mean. But if you go further down, we start to get into some stuff that we, might have heard rumors about or we're waiting to hear more about. So we got the Indiana Jones game, which is on here slated for fiscal year 2022. Obviously, that didn't make it. But I think Bethesda came out and said that we're going to hear more about Indiana Jones next year. Oblivion Remaster. That's an interesting one. Oblivion was actually the first Elder Scrolls game that I ever beat on the 360. And I enjoyed the hell out of Oblivion. I ain't gonna lie. That was my game right there. But it's looking like they're going to remaster that game and bring it back out. Elder Scrolls Online expansion. I mean, that's expected. And Starfield DLC. So you know what this makes sense for? This makes sense for, I think, prior to when Starfield was delayed out of 2022 then? Yeah, because I think it was originally supposed to come out. What was the original Starfield date? Was it 2021? Let me see. Damn, wasn't there a trailer for Starfield that had the 20? Wasn't it the 2021 release date? Because I think I can kind of pinpoint what this roadmap is. Is based on. Let's see. Oh, it was 2022. Okay, it was 2022. Or did they change that? I don't know. So it was either 2021 or 2022. Looking at this trailer, it says 11/11/2022. So it didn't make that either, but if they had, yep. So look at this. Look at this right here. Fiscal year 2021, they had Starfield on there. So Starfield would have came out in 2021, like they projected at this time. Damn, this roadmap must be old as fuck. Because Starfield release date trailer came out 2021. Yeah, so this right here must have been old. Like this had to be like 2020. This roadmap was from. So yeah, it makes sense that all of this shit is like in different spots than you would think it would be today. Indiana Jones game, Elder Scrolls Remaster, Starfield DLC. So, and then we got some interesting stuff right here. Doom Year Zero. I need that. I need that. The only thing I would say about this is I hope it's not like some type of remake or remaster of Doom, and this is an actual like a full-fledged title comparable to Doom Eternal or Doom 2016, because I loved those Doom games. Those Doom games was fire. So hopefully this is still soon to come. We haven't heard anything from it in a minute, so we should be hearing something about a new Doom real soon. Real fucking soon. You need some years. Yeah. You glaze right past the Ghostwire sequel. Oh, yeah. Ghostwire Tokyo sequel down at the bottom. Project Kestrel. I don't know what that is. Elder Scrolls Online expansion. Project Platinum. People was trying to speculate that Project Platinum was what the hell was that Dragon game that was being made by Platinum Games? How the hell I forget the name of it? Oh, that shit is right on the tip of my tongue. Pulse. Oh my God, it's right there. It's right there. Somebody gonna say that. Scalebound. Yes. Scalebound. People was trying to say that this was what that was, but who from Bethesda do you think could be making, if it was possible, could be taking over the reins for a Scalebound game? Do y'all feel like Bethesda has a studio that could make Scalebound and release it with the vision that we've seen from earlier footage? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see a studio over there that could do it. Tango Gameworks? Nah. I don't see it from Tango Gameworks. But that's probably their best bet if it was somebody over there. The only reason why I say this because this looks like a Bethesda timeline. This looks like all Bethesda games, unless some of these project games are somebody else. But the ones that we got names for are all Bethesda. All Bethesda. But, oh yeah, because if we're talking about anybody from Microsoft Studios, period, that could do it, Ninja Theory would definitely be the one. Like you said, Phil, DMC and Heavily Sword, definitely two games that are like comparable in combat style to what we could see from a Scalebound revival. Yeah. So what else we got? Elder Scrolls 6. All right, we could tell. Yep. So yeah. So pretty much take this whole roadmap and kind of like push it 2 years in advance. You can kind of do that, like push that shit 2 years in advance. Yeah, some of these games, some of them, like at least the unreleased shit, like Elder Scrolls 6, they already said that's not coming to at least 2026, and I don't even think it's gonna make that. A licensed IP game, Fallout 3 remaster. Anybody excited for that? Elder Scrolls Online expansion again. Ghostwire Tokyo sequel, they can keep that. Dishonored 3, absolutely. And then Doom Year Zero on more DLC. Ninja Theory would take 7 years to bring out their games. Listen, yeah, Ninja Theory need to focus on fucking Hellblade at this point. We don't need nothing else from Ninja Theory but to focus on Hellblade. New Vegas was better. Yeah. That's what I hear a lot too, is the consensus that Fallout New Vegas was better than 3. These all Xbox console exclusives? Not all of them. So I feel like stuff like Elder Scrolls Online expansions are going to be on PlayStation. Fallout 76 stuff is going to be on PlayStation. Low key, I could even see things like the Oblivion remaster and the Fallout 3 remaster coming out on PlayStation. Only reason why I say that is because those are older games. While they might be getting a new fresh coat of paint, those are games that were on the PlayStation platform prior. So I feel like they would probably like honor the legacy when it comes to those games and put those on the PlayStation platform. But all this other shit, Doom, Dishonored 3, Ghostwire Tokyo sequel, Elder Scrolls 6, some of these project games. I think somebody said he was hoping one of those project games is a new Quake. What else? Indiana Jones. Yeah, all that shit is going to be exclusive to Xbox. Where is the release for Avowed or Hellblade 2? Well, it wouldn't be on this chart because this is all Bethesda shit. Yeah, this is Bethesda's lineup only. So for me personally, out of this list, I'm probably looking at one of these games. Two. Indiana Jones. I just hope Indiana Jones is not first person. Only reason why I'm like scared is because this Machine Games making it. Not that they can't make nothing that's a third person perspective, but their last efforts was, Wolfenstein. I don't think any of the Wolfensteins had a third person option, but I need Indiana Jones to be third person, please, please. You feel like it's gonna be tight mid? I don't know. I think Machine Games is. I think Machine Games is a good developer. I like Machine Games. I do like Machine Games, so I think they could have the potential to do it justice. I definitely would need to see more though. I want to see some gameplay first before I put my complete faith in them. Okay. All right. What else we got on the list? What else we got on the list? Oh shit. All right. So this topic I'm not gonna spend too much time on, only because it ain't really much here for me to break down. I don't know too much about a lot of the details that they talk about here, but some things did catch my eye. The next generation Xbox early details also came out in this leaked information. And what we can see from these slides is that it's supposed to be releasing in 2028. A game about a white man with a whip. Hold up. Somebody call Dr. Umar. They might not have no black enemies in that game, or we boycotting it. Facts. I'm not buying it if I see a black man getting whipped by a white man with a whip. And Indiana Jones be taking place in like, though that shit be taking place in like the 40s, the 50s. Like, hold up. That shit never crossed your mind? Like the time period of Indiana Jones? Like, what year does those movies be taking place in, son? And that white man got that whip? Like, that shit be crazy as hell. That's why they be having that boy overseas and shit like that. He be in all type of different countries. Indiana Jones takes Africa. Yo, that would be a crazy ass title for the game. So Indiana Jones takes Africa. Nah, that would be nuts. So, next generation Xbox early details release in 2028. Cloud hybrid games. What the hell does that even mean? I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know, man. Microsoft and this goddamn cloud shit, man. I don't know what that means. Cloud hybrid games, potentially switching to ARM. See, this is the type of stuff I'm not privy to. What else? I could read some of it. If anybody in the chat wants to kind of like, break it a little bit down, then they could let me know. Think of something like Flight Simulator. Okay. But Flight Simulator, okay, so are they leveraging the tech then to, because one thing I do like about Flight Simulator is the ability for them to have like all of those like realistic locations and shit like that, like stuff like that, streaming, the higher assets of data and all of that, like all that shit be looking like really good in Flight Simulator. So if they can use that tech and implement it into the games that we get, like, because Flight Simulator, it is what it is, it's a simulator. But if you have that tech and it's implemented into these, different type of games, whether it's your action adventures, your RPGs, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, that actually sounds kind of exciting. I ain't gonna lie. If they could do stuff like that and fully carry it over, that would be kind of fly. Them switching over to ARM. So yeah, we got CPU, ARM 64. Listen, all this stuff, I don't know. Co-design with AMD or licensed AMD IP, Navi 5, NPU, balancing the desire for flexible programmable ML silicon. I'm not about to bore y'all to death with this stuff. Next gen DirectX ray tracing, dynamic global illumination, micro polygon rendering optimizations, ML-based super resolution, extensibility, model for faster iteration and innovation, and Thin OS. Lacking Thin OS for. Oh, so look. Hold up. I didn't even see this. Are they kind of hinting at them making a handheld device down here? What is this? $99 consumer or handheld device. Interesting. Is this them hitting that maybe like a streaming device, a little handheld streaming device, a la what PlayStation has with the Portal? I wonder. Because if it's going to be $99, then how much tech could really be in something like that? This right here is a little bit of an innovation timeline over the years for the Xbox and what they highlighting and shit like that for each generation. This generation was Project X Cloud, Direct Storage, DFA Manufacturing. Xbox handheld device, we will be there. Save me a spot. Okay. Cohesive hybrid compute, cloud to edge architecture across silicon graphics and OS enabling, AL to ML enablement, creator platform. Okay. Yeah. So basically, all I took from this is, from what I could understand, is they looking at to drop a new console in 2028, which to me kind of makes sense. I would give maybe a year due to like the pandemic or something and stuff like that. But 2028 definitely sounds about right. I think 8 years for the generation is cool, especially if they're not doing a mid-gen Pro model. Which 2028, they better do that. They better have that out by then. We gonna need that. All digital consoles and handhelds. Yeah, that's the future, right? That's the future right there. So yeah, I think the cloud hybrid stuff. Now that Bless Red put that, that thought in my mind about leveraging the tech that we see in like Microsoft Flight Simulator, that actually kind of has me excited to see what these future games could look like and be able to handle when it comes to creating like more realistic worlds and stuff like that. But I always get nervous when I hear the cloud. But if it's a game that, or if there's an IP that uses the cloud shit in a good way, not no Crackdown 3 shit, it is the Flight Simulator. Cuz in the building, what up? These leaks out motherfuckers on the timeline becoming tech engineers all of a sudden. Shit funny to me. Yeah, I'm trying not to break down stuff like that. I don't know too much about like, the whole ARM situation and the CPU and all that other stuff. I don't really get into that and involved with that. All right. So the next thing I wanted to talk about with this leak stuff, and we're going to kind of speed it up a little bit. I ain't trying to be here all day. We kind of got some information about how much Microsoft either spends or is expected to spend when it comes to these Game Pass games. Because there was a point in time where Microsoft was looking to try and get, what game was it? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Damn, I can't find it. I think they was looking at like Baldur's Gate 3 to try and pay for that to come into the service. And the shit was, they was like estimating that it would cost them like $5 million to get that game day and date on Game Pass. If Larian Studios did that, they would be kicking themselves at this point. Based on like how much money that game has made, how popular that game is now. That would be crazy. But Xbox also came out and said that how they classified that Baldur's Gate 3 game. What they said, they call Baldur's Gate 3 a second run Stadia PC RPG. Oh shit. You know what's funny? Is like, what if like Baldur's Gate 3 wins Game of the Year at the Game Awards, and when they accept the award, they go up and say, we accept this award. We thank you to fans and all of that, thanking developers and all that other stuff. And not bad for Game of the Year 2023. Not bad for a second run Stadia PC RPG. Like that would definitely be a mic drop moment right there. That would be fire. Yeah, the disrespect was crazy. But I'm trying to find the tweet about the Game Pass games and how much they was like cost to get into the server. I think so Jedi Survivor Here we go. Here's the list. Jedi Survivor would have costed them, they expected or estimated, $300 million to get day and date in Game Pass. $300 million to be day one in Game Pass. They go to the list right here. Could you imagine if they spent that much money on getting Jedi Survivor day one in Game Pass? Video game budgets ain't even that much. And you willing to drop $300 million on Jedi Survivor? A game that ain't even yours? That is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. No way I got what? DirecTV in 2023? That's just backup. DirecTV is just back. I got the Fire Stick. But sometimes the Fire Stick, you know what I mean? It don't be acting right. So I be watching it on my DirecTV app. But yo, $300 million. Red Dead Redemption 2. So this Red Dead Redemption 2 right here saying $5 million a month is it's not the Red Dead from 2018. There is, from the leaks as well, there is reports from that leak saying that there's going to be a Red Dead Redemption next gen version that's supposed to be coming out, or at least in development. So if I guess this number was if they wanted to get that version into Game Pass day and date, it would be $5 million a month. Hustle and Motivate in the building was good. Mortal Kombat 1 would be $250 million to be day and date in Game Pass. That's fucking crazy, yo. They out here funding whole video game developments with these Game Pass prices. Suicide Squad, $250 million. Assassin's Creed Rift, which I think is Mirage. I think that might be Mirage. $100 million. Dying Light 2, $50 million. Gotham Knights, $30 million. In fact, Gotham Knights actually just got announced for Game Pass too. But I doubt they paid $30 million because it's no longer day and date. GTA 5, still a whole $12 to $15 million a month. Wreckfest. See, look. Oh, here we go right here. Baldur's Gate 3, $5 million. $5 million to be day and date with Game Pass. That's what I'm saying, Spencer. They could use that money to fund their own games. They could use that money to fund. Iron Lords podcast and their viewers just joined. Say hello. Shout out to the Iron Lord podcast boys for sending their viewers over to check me out over here on this live stream. I appreciate y'all boys for real, for real. Iron Lords podcast raid in the building. Definitely appreciate y'all sending those people over my way. Definitely shout out to y'all. Y'all ain't have to do that, but y'all always show love. So I appreciate that, man. For real, for real. Welcome, everybody. I go by the name of J Main. We over here breaking down some of these Xbox Microsoft leaks from the FTC. Right now, we going over some of these prices that Microsoft had estimated would be, what they would estimate would cost for getting some of these games day one in Game Pass. Shout out to y'all. Who we got that pulled up from ILP? Nintendo pulled up. Jeremy Brown. Shout out to you. Jabari. What up? Joe. Appreciate you coming through. Yes, sir. Delilah. Shout out. I recognize that name, Delilah. Shout out to you. Appreciate you pulling up. Yes, sir. DC Walks. Appreciate you pulling up. Let's go. 170. ILP got motion like that? Oh, yeah. You don't know who you're talking to. I peeked over there earlier. They had almost like 2,000 people in there on the emergency podcast. They do their thing over there. Again, I need one of them PCs that y'all boys got. You know what I'm saying? I need one of those. Ray Barnes, appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to y'all for coming through. Hopefully y'all stick around. We just going over these topics real quick. From this leak. The leak was crazy. I know y'all just got finished talking about it over there. The leak was bananas. But yeah, some of these prices right here for getting these games on Game Pass could literally fund whole games. So that's just show you the type of money also that Microsoft is working with. Microsoft is working with that bag. Hit that like button too while you're here. Appreciate that. Also, if you could hit that sub button, I would appreciate that as well. I would really appreciate that. Actually, I'm pulling up on 2,000 subs, I think. I think I'm like 30 some subs away. We might be able to hit that tonight if y'all just, you know what I mean, hit that sub button. For sure. Oh man. So yeah, they they definitely, I don't know. So a lot of these games here didn't come to Game Pass day one. So I'm glad they didn't spend that much money on stuff like Jedi Survivor and Suicide. Well, Suicide Squad is to be determined. Mortal Kombat 1 is that's still up. That's still no, that's not to be determined. That's out already. That shit scared the fuck. That shit scared the hell out of me. Who was that? Jabari, appreciate the sub. That scared the hell out of me, yo. So yeah, man. Somebody asked, are these numbers real? Absolutely real. Well, according to the leak, things could, of course, change. And by real, I mean, according to the leak, these were numbers that Microsoft was estimating it would cost them to get these games day one on Game Pass. That is, that's the extent of, how real these numbers are. Now, in addition to all of these crazy leaks, I think the biggest, or at least the one that garnered the most conversation when it comes to these Xbox leaks, is that one email that came out about Phil Spencer saying that it is a career goal for them to complete a merger with Nintendo. Listen, ever since Microsoft came in the game, they've been trying to get Nintendo. I think at this point, like, there is a plaque somewhere in the Microsoft offices. Somewhere. What's that? Damon Percival? Excuse me if I mispronounced that. I appreciate the sub. There's a plaque somewhere in the Microsoft offices that says, buy Nintendo by any means. It has to be, because for that to have been something that they've been trying to do since day one, all the way up until now, we're talking 20 years later, that's still being a major goal for Microsoft to complete. I think that's just like a mission for everybody who's at the head. Like, that is a mission for them to get completed before they up out that office. But that email, it gave us an inside scoop on a lot. I ain't gonna lie. It actually taught me more about how deep and far they're willing to go for this merger to take place. So let me get to pulling this tweet up where we get to read the email a little bit and figure out what the hell been going on when it comes to Microsoft trying to buy Nintendo. Crazy. Where we at? Here we go. A long email, so bear with me. I'm gonna get through it, but bear with me, please. Okay. God damn, this is a lot. I'm probably just gonna read Phil's part. Really don't. The rest of it kind of really don't really pertain. All right, so I totally agree that Nintendo is the prime asset for us in the gaming, and today gaming is our most likely path to consumer relevance. I've had numerous conversations with LT of Nintendo about tighter collaboration, and I feel like if any US company would have a chance with Nintendo, we are probably in the best position. Well, yeah, you motherfuckers got the blank checkbook. Ain't nobody spending money like y'all. For real. The unfortunate situation, or fortunate for Nintendo, is that Nintendo is sitting on a big pile of cash. They have a BOD that until recently, I think BOD is standing for Board of Directors, that until recently has not pushed for further increases in market growth or stock appreciation. I say until recently, as our former Microsoft Board of Director member, Value Act, has been heavily acquiring shares of Nintendo. So they're buying shares of Nintendo heavily. They over there heavily buying shares. Are they hitting that a hostile takeover? Is that what they try to do over there? Remains to be seen. But he said he's kept in touch with Mason Morfitt, and as he's been acquiring, it's likely he will be pushing for more from Nintendo stock, which could create opportunities for us. Without that catalyst, I don't see an angle to a near-term mutually agreeable merger of Nintendo and Microsoft, and I don't think a hostile action would be a good move, so we are playing the long game. But our board of directors have seen the full write-up on Nintendo and Valve. Hold up. I forgot to mention they're trying to buy Valve too. And they are fully supportive on either if the opportunity arises, as am I. So I saw some people misinterpreting this this paragraph right here. I did, say that, are they trying to do a hostile takeover? I don't think that's what he's saying here. I think he clearly says that the hostile takeover wouldn't be a good move. But the board of directors is on board for them to, make moves to be in position to buy Nintendo, whether it's, the mutual agreement, whether it's being Nintendo or Valve. I think that's what he means when he says fully supportive on either Nintendo or Valve as the opportunity arises. Yeah, so this is crazy. I think okay, let me finish. Confidently, we have two fairly active M&A discussions in gaming right now. Warner Brothers, so they were attempting to buy Warner Brothers, and ZeniMax, which we know that went through. I took ZeniMax to the board of directors last week, and prior to the board of directors discussion, I asked Amy and Satya if they wanted me to slow either or both of these given the TikTok discussions, and they both emphatically told me no. Microsoft is on a buying spree. Did y'all see how much shit was just named right there? We had Nintendo, Valve, Warner Brothers, ZeniMax, and TikTok. They are stopping at nothing. If it's for sale, they want in. Now, I don't know what happened with Warner Brothers, but they said, no, don't stop. Keep going. They are fine doing all three of these if the deals make sense. I won't say Warner Brothers or Zenny is Nintendo, but both are for sale and gettable by us if things align. Biggest obstacle with Warner Brothers is IP ownership. We wouldn't own any of the IP, which hurts long-term flexibility. And only obstacle on Zenny is valuation expectations of founders. But I think it's likely one or both of these happen, which will help us continue to double down on our game and relevance. To give a sense of scale, ZeniMax is about the size of our current first-party studios organization, so that would be doubling our content asset. Downside is more core, less broad, not mobile, more North American, European, etc. I love this discussion and value you looking at the opportunities here. At some point, getting Nintendo would be a career moment. And I honestly believe a good move for both companies. It's just taking a long time for Nintendo to see that their future exists off of their own hardware. A long time, smiley face. Dog. This dude Phil Spencer is a fucking menace. He is a menace. He's a menace. What the hell done got into this dude thinking that Nintendo needs a world where their games exist off of only on their hardware? What does he did he forget that that Nintendo games first party software sell more than anybody? Did he forget that? Not only is their development overall not as much as what we got over here on PlayStation or even Xbox, because they're making AAA big budget games that have, high tech realistic graphics. Nintendo doesn't have to do that. And their games are still selling more than everybody else, so their profit margins are the best. Their hardware, the Switch, is damn near close to almost catching shit like the PS2. Like the 130 million for the Switch. They don't have problems with their hardware, especially since they found a gold mine with the hybrid model. Xbox, cool. They want people to play games everywhere, but no, we don't need Nintendo being bought, a whole console manufacturer being bought by another console manufacturer. We need the big three to stay in place and be as healthy as possible. The big three, them being their own entity, is what keeps things going. Everybody doing their own thing. Everybody pushing each other in their own little unique ways. Nintendo pushing PlayStation because right now Nintendo got that first party shit on Smash. Can't nobody fuck with them when it comes to the first party sales. Critically acclaimed games, online multiplayer experiences. They got that shit on lock. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation doing anything with the single player games, the big budget, the narratives, the story driven games. None of the big three is really doing that at that level. So that, you know what I mean? That kind of pushes others to do better. I don't feel like when you have one of those entities under another one, it's good overall for game. I can't see that vision. I can't see it. And even Xbox with the Game Pass stuff. That's their own thing, and that's a lane that I feel like they're doing all right in the terms of offering their games on the subscription services. Ain't nobody doing it like them when it comes to like that day and date stuff, and from the console side. No, for Nintendo, the online experience might not be all of that, but you can't deny the games being there. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the online aspect, they definitely need to do better. But the games, they have the multiplayer experiences. You know what I'm saying? So, to think that, you know, Nintendo would want their games on other hardware, I don't think they do. I really don't think they do. Because if that was the case, they would have been did it. They've been in the game longer than or at least the big three. They've been in the game longer than all of them. But it's something about having your games in one place that draws people to the platform. It's just simple math. It's simple math. It's why Xbox is going to learn when you have shit like Starfield exclusive, console exclusive wise, people are going to pick up the system to play it. And when you continue to do stuff like that, and you continue to make great games, people will pick up your platform to make to play those games. So I don't know. Microsoft is just trying to buy up everything, and I'm not one to get up here and cry about consolidation and stuff like that, but I'm done with them buying shit. Like I'm done with them buying shit. Y'all have more than enough. You got over 30 studios once this Activision Blizzard shit go through. Y'all have enough. Focus on that and make sure they are pumping out the best shit possible. For him to say and then buying Nintendo was a career moment, like that's a little disappointing to me. What about creating the next best game being a career moment? Why we don't get no leaked emails of you saying, you know what I'm saying? Like when we release this game, we're going to shift the industry. And that's going to be a career moment for me. But buying Nintendo was a career moment? For what? For what? I don't know. This was before Activision Blizzard King. Yeah, it was. It absolutely was. But you still see what they had on the docket. Look what they had on the docket. ZeniMax, Warner Brothers, Valve, Nintendo. They had all of that on the docket. Probably before Activision Blizzard King even came in the picture. Look at the docket. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm tired of hearing Microsoft and this acquisition shit. I know this is old stuff. And before I even do anything about getting out of here, Phil Spencer did. Oh, first of all, we got to talk about who leaked this shit. Oh shit, we at 1,991 subscribers. I appreciate everybody that just subscribed. We are 9 subscribers away from 2,000. If you haven't subbed to the channel, I would appreciate if you hit that button right now. Let's try to get to 2,000 before I get up out of here. I can celebrate a nice little milestone. And man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me for real, for real. This is dope as hell. Liam, what up? He said, let me unsub real quick. That's some dickhead shit right there. I ain't even gonna lie. Now everybody gonna unsub. See, that's some bullshit. You know what? I should have said nothing. Fuck! Oh, man. So, yeah, for real. So there was a lot of, rumblings going around the timeline about who the hell is responsible for leaking all of this shit that came out today. Some people was like, oh, it got to be the FTC because they salty about getting their ass whooped at court. I was kind of buying into that a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I was buying into that. Like, out of all of the tinfoil hat theories, I think the FTC doing this would have made the most sense. Some people was talking about PlayStation doing it. No. Come on. If anything, PlayStation knows about all this information already. Like, I feel like these companies already have people that inform them about what each other are doing. They're privy to a lot. Not only are they working with like the same CPU, GPU manufacturers and shit like that, they have people on the inside in the know that who's gonna, tell them everything that's going on. Master Jazz 09, I appreciate the sub. Iron Mike, I knew you was joking. I'm fucking around. I'm fucking around with y'all. We got to have a little bit of fun. So yeah. So all the speculations that was going on about the leaks got put to bed quick. They got put to bed quick because the actual judge came out and talked about what happened here and how all of this information came to the forefront. And it's still crazy to me. Like, how do you fuck up this bad? So here's a order from the judge. It says on September 7th, what's the judge name? Hold on, let me get the judge name. Jacqueline, I can't read that shit. Jacqueline Scott Corley, I think that's the judge name. On September 7th, 2023, the court issued an order resolving all remaining sealing issues with respect to the trial exhibits in this matter. The court ordered the parties to meet and confer and provide the court with a secure cloud link to the admitted exhibits with the redaction set forth in the court's order. Microsoft provided the link on September 14th, and the court uploaded exhibits to internet page established for this case. So there you have it right there. They ordered the exhibits, and Microsoft uploaded the link. And after that, I think it's fair game. I believe a lot of these, or all of these documents, when they upload them, become public. So they fucked up on their end and forgot to redact what they didn't want the public to know. That is on Microsoft. That is on Microsoft. You have to know that the information you don't want to get out there, redact that shit. Simple as that. Somebody's going to get fired. They fucked up bad. And we're going to, they're going to move on. But they really, I think it said 37 terabytes of information or some wild shit like that. Crazy. You subbed on your second account? That's what I call dedication. Shout out to Fernando, for real. Delilah said, love your energy, J-Main. I miss press start. I ain't gonna hold you, sub. That corporate episode was God tier. Y'all look hot as hell in those suits. Definitely one of my favorite moments on the podcast with Press Start. We had some good times over there, man. Definitely we was just there to make fools of ourselves and talk about video games. That was definitely a fire ass episode where we got dressed up and went corporate. It's funny now because I feel like now individually, we all have our own, kind of ties into the industry. And we kind of, I ain't going to say we corporate, but we definitely more plugged in than we were before. For real, for real. The Jack Move clown makeup, classic episode. I don't know if y'all saw the Drunk Monopoly game. Classic. That wasn't an episode, but it was a game night. That was a classic too. But yeah, listen. This redacted, these exhibits that didn't get redacted, they fucked up. I seen somebody in the chat who said that. Bless Red. What we really need is for Sony's roadmap to leak. Facts. We need that PlayStation roadmap to leak out. I mean, we've kind of had some rumors, but for shit to leak out like this, that would be nice. Because PlayStation is holding their cards to the chest. We don't know shit. For real. But in addition to this, Phil Spencer came out and had his statement. Oh, what the hell am I doing? Phil Spencer had a statement about, all of these leaks and stuff like that. Where we at? Oh, Starfield hit 10 million players, by the way. Damn, what the hell? I know I be retweeting this stuff and this just be missing? All right, so Phil Spencer said, "We've seen the conversation around old emails and documents. It is hard to see our team's work shared in this way because so much has changed and there's so much to be excited about right now and in the future. We will share the real plans when we are ready." How much of this leaked information do y'all think has changed? I'm going to let you know right now. For me personally, I think that the Xbox Series X Slim, the refresh of the Series S, that's all true. The new controller, that's true. The roadmap for Bethesda, I think all of the games listed are true, but where they are listed at in terms of years, that all has flipped. We can tell that right away just by looking at games that already came out. All that has flipped. All that accusation talk in those emails, the accusation, all of that shit is true. All of that is true. Nothing has changed. Microsoft still wants to buy Nintendo. I'm pretty sure they still want to go after Valve. Warner Brothers, I'm not sure what the situation is there. I'm sure they would, if they had the opportunity. If they had the opportunity to buy them, they're gonna get them. Simple as that. They want to buy everything. That's just where they're at right now. They want to buy everything. Yeah. Other than that, is there any pics of the what? The Xbox? Yes. If you're talking about the Xbox, Vic, I could show you some pictures of what the new Slim model is supposed to be looking like. Bang, bang. So the new Xbox Series X Slim model is... God damn, I be liking too much shit on Twitter. Here we go, right here. So this is what the Xbox Series X Slim model is supposed to be looking like. It's the same, like... So it doesn't have a disk drive. It's shaped like a like a cylinder. And, yeah, it's supposed to have 2 terabytes, faster Wi-Fi tech, better Bluetooth tech. And then it's supposed to come with this new controller that they have right here. I like this new controller. I like what I'm hearing about this new controller. If anything, I would cop this new controller out of anything that I've seen here. I don't see a reason for me to buy this Xbox Series X refresh. And I have a Series X sitting right here. I don't see a reason to buy this one. I want something with more power. I need something with more power. So yeah, folks. A lot of shit here is some shit that I didn't even go over, but I feel like I hit all of the major topics that I wanted to talk about in this live stream. We're gonna talk about this more too on the podcast because I'm pretty sure more stuff is coming out as we, get to the point where it's time to do the podcast. That's on Kofi's channel. Good Gaming, Thursdays, 7 o'clock Eastern. I appreciate this episode, you know what I'm saying? This live stream. Again, big shout out to the Iron Lords podcast. They rated your boy, sent over their loyal fan base, and a lot of y'all stuck around and rocked with me. So I just appreciate the support. A lot of y'all subbed to the channel. I mean, I think we had 1,994. So we're going to hit that 2,000 soon. But I'm just going to say thank you to y'all for getting me there because it's inevitable. And I'll be live again soon. I told y'all last live stream that I found a nice little schedule where I can come on here and talk about topics and do them on Tuesdays. Thursdays, I got the podcast. But what I'm going to do that day is try and... might even try and go live after the podcast or clip up some of the stuff from the podcast and do shorts with that. And then there's always the weekends where I can go live again. So I think I like this little steady flow. I got to figure out a name for this. I got to figure out a name for these live streams that I do. I think I got an idea, but I want to get some artwork done for it first. And then we're going to come back better than ever. So yes, hit that like button on your way out. I appreciate y'all again. And we're going to get up out of here, man. We gonna get up out of here, yo. Like, for real, for real. Any last thing I need to hit before I go? Let me check one last thing. Make sure I hit all the topics I want to talk about. Oh, one last little thing. Phil Spencer, when the PS5 was first revealed, he wrote this funny ass email where he was saying that he felt real good about the power difference between the PS5 and Xbox Series X. He said that he felt that they had like a 30% power. Oh, here we go, right here. Microsoft thought it would have a 30% GPU performance advantage over the PS5, and Xbox chief Phil Spencer was nervous about the PS5 unveil before declaring we have a better product than Sony does. Yeah, no, he was damn near shitting his pants before the PS5 reveal came about. What he was saying? He was saying, oh man, I gotta find that email. Oh, here we go, right here. Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is. He said, I have to admit this morning when I woke up, when the PS5 reveal was today, that the stress level was higher than normal. Now, after almost 12 hours of soaking it in, it took this man 12 hours soaking in soaking their unveil, taking apart their specs and looking at the community responses. I just wanted to say that I am proud of our team. Like this man, he said, we haven't won anything. And I know we have hard discussions about pricing, P&L, investment. This mail isn't trying to scoop any of that. Those discussions really matter. But we can take confidence in our product and truth here. And I do believe any conversation needs to start with believing that this was a good day for Xbox. We have a better product than Sony does, not just on hardware, but equally important on the software platform and services on top of the hardware. All I'm gonna say to that is life comes at you fast, Phil. Life comes at you fast. We have the ingredients of a winning plan. I felt that feedback from BOD discussion on the being too confident, and maybe this will just reinforce that perception. I get the need to be humbly confident, but today was a good day for us. Life comes at you fast. Damn. That's what happens when you think that on paper shit is all that matters. That's what happens. Oh, I think even in this thing right here too was interesting. Okay, here we go. Here we go right here. Okay. So they said PS5 walked through a decision approach to their console, balancing developer familiarity with innovation. He emphasized that GPU teraflops and CU is not a good measurement of performance. We made this same point with Digital Foundry, but we do have a clear performance advantage, 12 teraflops versus 10. See, they're going off that on paper shit. He also dedicated significant time to their boost mode, where their GPU and GPU run in variable, I think he meant CPU and GPU, run in variable frequencies, which required them to build a custom cooling solution. We explicitly rejected this design as it is a significant challenge for developers, and effective performance is expected to be lower than these boost clock metrics. Life comes at you fast, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Because as we can see from a lot of these performance videos, PS5 be whooping that ass sometimes. It's it be whooping small margins, but PS5 definitely be whooping that ass. And we seen what the PlayStation Studios is doing with the performance and shit like that. So I don't know. He felt good this day, but as time goes on, it's only gonna get worse. Shout out to Phil Spencer, man. Life comes at you fast. Liza P. Yeah, software. Yeah, he was hyped off the software. Like, what software have they released on the Series X that looks better than what we've seen on the PlayStation 5? Like, what did he feel was that software that was like, yeah, we got him. We got him. What was that software? I really want to know. Because first of all, they didn't even launch with any exclusives. So what the fuck? What was that software he was talking about? No next-gen exclusive that they launched with. So I don't know. I still don't know. They still haven't even dropped anything that looks better than Forbidden West. So they lost me. They lost me. But I'm getting out of here. I appreciate y'all again. Thank you for tuning in. We out. I'm going to catch y'all on the podcast if y'all tune in and pull up. Pull up. It's going to be a great show. Peace.